I'm off opiates for the first time in a million years. I'm taking the kratom powder, but I'm still struggling with issues and trying to work through it. So drugs will never be in the equation. In my last diary, I spoke about that home I'm purchasing in Las Vegas and the permit that's grandfathered in for these birds to fly in a certain area. I did not point out the insanity or absurdity. There's a permit. It's denying them their tele, which comes from the Greek word teleology, which means what you're supposed to do. Like a spider is supposed to spin a web. That's as crazy as saying a bee needs a permit to make honey. A whale needs a permit to breach. First, I'll talk about last week with my good friend who won America's Top Model, not America's Top Model, America's Top Model All-Stars. The big one, she won. So I went to see my friend LisaD'Amato because I looked at her website and it's easy to navigate. I liked it. I asked her about it. She said, Heidi, it took me an hour. Figures. So I asked her to help me with mine. Lisa is so adorable. When I arrived there, she's running around in that flannel and like boys' underwear, and she's just too damn cute. And she's got a wonderful husband and two young children, her modeling contracts, really busy schedule. She won Shark Tank, but not only did she say she'll do my website, but she also felt the strong connection to what I'm doing and asked how could she help. No, touch it. There's nothing. My bird ate it.
Oh.
I just showed.
You're right. Holy shit, I thought you were kidding.
It's my fourth iPhone in 8 days. I'm too embarrassed to go back.
Are you kidding me, bro?
So right here, I want to say not only to Lisa, but all the others who have taken their time to reach out and contact me and ask how they can be of help. I am so appreciative and grateful. However, I'm also ashamed and embarrassed. I cannot answer that question right now. But I still need you. I just can't figure it out right now. I want to talk about a government official in another state that I spoke to who told me that these birds have to be tethered down or have their wings cut. The thought of cutting his wings or tying him down is so heartbreaking for me and painful. I'm scared of how I would react to something like that. I'm hoping it was all just really bad miscommunication, whereas he was thinking these birds are being released to the wild. They cannot be released to the wild. They would wait for the UPS man to deliver their food. They could not survive in the wild, and I want to make it clear, I am not reintroducing them to the wild. I am not trying to preserve this species. In fact, most people are going to freak out when I say this. If the species went extinct, that would be the best case scenario. If they went extinct, their suffering would be over. They wouldn't sit 80, 90 years in a cage trying to commit suicide by picking holes in their body. Is this so wrong? Letting them look at them. Is that so offensive and wrong? Well, the guy is telling me there's no guarantee that they'll return. Well, every day when you leave your house, when you get in your car, there's no guarantee you will return. There are no guarantees in life except we're all going to die. Grief is something we all experience in our lives unless you're a sociopath. And somehow I learned to process grief with a human. But when it comes to these birds, it is so, so painful. I'm telling the story of Reggie so other bird owners won't make the mistake I did and be self-obsessed, to pay close attention to their daily routines, to their actions. And when something changes dramatically, don't justify it in your head, look into it. This is the story of Reggie, the one on the right, the huge green-winged macaw. He was homosexual. At one time he had 4 boyfriends, which made me love him more. He was the alpha male. I had him over 16 years. Look at my beautiful Reggie. He makes a cup out of his walnut shells. Look how smart, look how beautiful that big boy is. That's my friend Dennis Hoff and his girlfriend Cammie in the photo. Dennis Hoff owned the Bunny Ranch and just about all the legal brothels in Nevada. One day Dennis, he was in Las Vegas meeting with Larry Flint, and while he was with Larry Flint, Cammie went over to Chanel and she bought a pair of $8,000 boots, really beautiful black with the gold CCs, sexy, rich, hooker cute. And then they came to my house. It was Cammie's first time at my house. So Cammie walks in, my big, huge, Reggie was huge for a green wing macaw. My bird Reggie goes walking over to her. He ripped off the gold CCs off the boots, chewed on them a bit, and then he crawled right up her, and then he stuck his tongue right in her mouth, probably because her lipstick or something. And Cammie said, looked at Dennis, who was horrified. Cammie said, "I love my boots more." And I said, "Dennis, marry her right now." Reggie died last week. Please do not write me anything like, "I'm sorry for your loss. I'm sad about Reggie." Please just don't say anything. I'm in so much pain. I love Reggie so much. I'm so self-obsessed with my stupid drug addiction and staying off opiates that I ignored things. I justified the obvious change in him. And that's his mate in the background. He died a few minutes after this video. What did Prince say? This is what it sounds like when doves cry. Well, this is what it sounds like when a macaw cries. I don't want to end the diary on that note. So here's an update on Tennessee. Look how beautiful the babies are. All grown up, flying around. So beautiful, makes me want to cry. Look at them. And that is Jennifer in the photo, who is way cool. I think she truly feels compassion towards not just them, but the ones that are suffering. And I'm hoping that she'll want to be more involved.